Welcome to A Damn Good Question, the weekly broadcast that helps you understand the top news stories with a conservative twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to A Damn Good Question podcast. Sitting across from me, as always, friend, co-host, sidekick, superhero in his own right, bodyguard, producer of this show and many others, and lead writer of The View, Mark.
They never do anything I ask them to.
I think everything that you get them women to write just shows how crazy they are. Or that you write, you get them to say, just shows how crazy they are.
If they weren't so hot, what would they have going for them?
Well, there's one.
Yeah, the one.
There's
not bad
one.
looking.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's okay.
But she's supposed to be.
Yeah, but
she's supposed to be
enough
the Republican.
Enough about Whoopi.
Enough about Joy. Good Lord.
Oh,
and that woman's supposed to be famous for being a comedian.
I don't think she's funny.
No,
I've seen her act.
Yeah, so have I. I've seen.
It's never funny.
She was never funny. But before she even got the Democratic.
Why do comedians supposedly have the upper edge on political commentary?
They don't.
They don't. But
they don't.
It seems like they'll always ask, "What's your opinion?" What does a comedian know?
Most of them don't know what fun
Just
is.
like musicians and actors. What do they know?
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah. What actor ever became anything in politics? Oh, Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
Our hero. Oh,
Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Our hero.
Our hero. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
both of them. Maybe we should be electing more actors. Sydney Sweeney for Congress. It would make Congress a lot more interesting. People would probably watch. What is it? C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
Yeah, C-SPAN goes. The ratings go through the roof because Sydney Sweeney is Congress. Where's she from? Oregon, Washington, or something?
Sure. I have no idea.
Yeah, she's some
Hollywood.
No. I don't think she lives in Hollywood.
No, I don't think
so.
No,
she's from some Pacific.
And she's been on TV shows and stuff for years and
she really does one ad.
Really couldn't get huge breaks. No, she gets in that show on HBO and takes her clothes off and everybody's like, "Yep, bing." Huge
I have not seen that show, but everybody.
I haven't seen it either. My wife loves it.
A lot of people. Where did Sydney Sweeney grow up? Yeah, I was right. Spokane, Washington.
We are so far in the woods already today.
Yeah.
Here's the path. We're over there somewhere.
So what you wanted to talk about SpaceX? That's what you wanted to talk about. Why would you want to talk? Just the fact that he's going to be making millionaires of a lot of people?
Yeah. Not only did SpaceX make millionaires of an awful lot of people, it turned Elon Musk into the first trillionaire. The world's first trillionaire that we know of, right?
That is a goal of mine, by the way.
Yeah, we'll be
the second.
Second?
I have no problem being a second.
Yeah. Or third. I mean, you're third richest man now if you just stay the course.
Third trillionaire.
Third trillionaire.
Yep. That is the kind of money that you could live off comfortably.
Maybe.
Really.
But one of the things that I want to bring up is people, especially on the left, hate on Elon Musk for all his success, but they have no idea what he went through to be this successful. When he co-founded Tesla, he'd already been a billionaire when he co-founded Tesla because he created PayPal.
Yeah.
And had sold PayPal.
Part of PayPal. He wasn't. There was a couple of people involved, but he was major.
Yep. And
which has gone down the tube lately, by the way.
And Tesla was close to folding. They were running out of money, and he took personal loans to keep Tesla afloat. He did the same for SpaceX. After SpaceX third rocket blew up, they were days away from running out of cash and have to shut down. He believed enough in himself and the people working for him that he took out personal loans to keep SpaceX going. And look how it paid off. Now, all you people who are upset, there are so many millionaires made out of this IPO. And I'm not talking people who were already rich.
No.
Including janitors at SpaceX have become millionaires. Because he paid a lot of his people, and some of their bonus and compensation was in stock in SpaceX. And when SpaceX IPO launched yesterday and it went up 20% by the end of the day, those lucky people who took a risk and took a chance to work for somebody like him and make a little less money maybe at the beginning are all now millionaires.
Yep.
I think they said it made 400 millionaires instantly.
No, I believe it was 4,000.
Oh yeah, that could be. That could be.
I really do. 400 is not a good number. 4,000. I believe it's 4,000. Well,
yeah.
I'll check.
Yeah, I mean,
because
we have somebody who could be checking our facts as we speak.
Accuracy in this show is very important.
But he doesn't. He makes this guy do it on camera.
I'll check.
Jeez. Producers.
I can't spell.
You can't spell SpaceX?
SPAC.
X.
VX.
DX.
Well, this is a more important number than just SpaceX.
That's true.
Elon Musk has created 4,400 millionaires in 24 hours.
So you're both right.
4,400.
Yeah, I had the 4,000, you had the 400.
Yep.
See, we're accurate even when we don't know we're accurate.
Damn Skippy. That's a pretty amazing feat, and my hat's off to the man who migrated here from South Africa to follow dreams, because he couldn't follow them in South Africa. So where else on God's green earth can you make something of yourself, follow your dream, and turn your passion into something that can make you and a lot of other people extremely rich? Just here. All right, what do we got next?
Austin Metcalf.
So the trial for the murder of Austin Metcalf is over, and the 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony was sentenced to 35 years in prison in Texas for the killing of the young man.
How's he going to play on the basketball team if he's in prison?
That's what I first thought. That's what I thought.
Carmelo,
well, he never played defense anyways. and they didn't in this trial because there was none.
Carmelo Anthony's the basketball player, getting his name mentioned all the time. And for not making any bad. Is he still with the Knicks?
Oh, no.
I have no idea where he is.
He retired.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he retired.
He was good.
He was a good scorer.
Yeah.
He would not play defense.
What does that have to do with basketball?
Nothing.
A good scorer.
Nothing.
Okay.
35 years.
35.
There are. This did not turn into the social justice movement that people were hoping that it would when he got found guilty.
Yeah, no riots.
It only there's enough stuff like all these people who are now superimposing themselves in a video showing them peeing on Austin Metcalf's grave.
Really?
Yep. All these.
Well, that's class.
All these young black men.
They talk about how unclass Trump is. That's classy.
Yeah, real classy. You kill somebody, you murder somebody, you deserve to go to jail. Period. And that's just all there is to it. He got what he deserved. He came there looking for a fight, and he ended up killing a young man. 35 years. He's actually lucky. He could have got life.
I guess
without a
except
chance
for
for
parole
parole.
at 17.
Yep. Yep. So, okay, commit the crime. You gotta pay the Do the time.
That was, who was that? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
I don't remember.
Oh, gosh. The guy with the parrot. Not Beretta, but TV show.
Oh, you're talking way before, probably before my time.
Probably before you were born.
Probably. More than likely. The guy with the parrot. Captain Crunch?
Yeah. If you know who it was, put it in the comments.
There you
folks.
go. There you go. Any comment on that, Mark?
No, I can see that, high school kids, a lot of them just get into all kinds of fights and tussles and everything. And I tell you what, there's consequences when you bring weapons
Yeah.
to schools or to a track meet. And I guess this was like track meet.
This
wasn't
was a
it?
track meet. Yep.
You bring weapons, you get anger, and you use that weapon. So, and that I'm surprised it doesn't happen more with some high school kids. I know we used to get into fights and everything, but and they used to, and they still do get into some pretty nasty fights and everything.
What makes you decide as a 17-year-old man, and trust me, at 17, I had lots of anger issues. But what makes you decide, you know what, I'm going to carry a weapon with me, and I'm going to try and push somebody into a confrontation so I can use that weapon against them. Somebody I don't know, have no beef with.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yep, it was, and he's going to, his life has been changed forever.
Yeah, I feel really, I would feel really bad for the parents if his parents weren't both POSs. Who, fundraised almost $1 million off this, and then just spent the money on buying themselves luxury cars and putting themselves in a luxury home, and spent zero of the money on the young man's defense.
Good parents.
Yeah. Yeah, who are now out there making around saying that, they should have known better than to hire a white lawyer.
That was the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not, I should teach my kids better. White lawyer is the problem.
Okay, what else you got?
So, friends in Britain and across the Atlantic and here in our own United States, I speak to you today just not as concerned citizens of separate nations, but as kin bound by history, by blood, by the shared inheritance of a civilization now under siege. What we are witnessing on both sides of the Atlantic is not accidental. It's the culmination of decades of deliberate policy, of elite contempt, of a systematic effort to demoralize, displace, and ultimately replace the people who built these nations. In America, we're told to celebrate diversity while our own communities crumble. We're instructed to check our privilege while our sons were passed over for jobs. Our daughters made to feel ashamed of their heritage. Our neighborhoods transformed beyond recognition. We watched as illegal aliens received better treatment than our veterans, as criminals were coddled while working-class white families were mocked as deplorable and clingers. And now, finally, the mask has slipped too far. The open borders that have flooded our small towns with strangers who owe no loyalty. The importing of cheap labor to undercut what remained of our manufacturing. The media that lectures us about white rage while ignoring the epidemic of violence against our people. The schools that teach our children to hate themselves, to apologize for their existence, to kneel before a grievance industry that will never be satisfied. We've been called every imaginable name in the book for simply wanting what every other group demands without question. The right to exist, the right to preserve our culture, the right to safe communities where our children can play without fear. We have been the only group that it is acceptable to malign, to discriminate against, and to openly despise. But why is that what the elites fail to understand? is that we are patient people, but we are not a passive people. The Anglo-Saxon spirit that settled a continent, that built an empire where the sun never set, that stormed the beaches of Normandy and carved civilization from wilderness, well, that spirit still lives, and it's awakening. In Britain, you face the same war by other means, the same replacement migration, the same criminal elements sheltered by a state that fears being called names more than it fears our daughters being victimized. The same media that will call you fascist for wanting basic law and order. We're the same people facing the same extinction threat. And let's just take a look at some of the things that have gone on there. Southport attack in July 24th. The immediate catalyst of the August 24th riots was a mass stabbing at a Taylor Swift-themed dance workshop in Southport. The migrant killed 3 young girls and wounded 10 others. Initial false rumors spread online claiming that the attacker was an asylum seeker who arrived by a boat, though he was actually born in Britain to Rwandan parents. A sword attack. A 14-year-old boy in April of 2024 was killed and several others injured when a man attacked people with a sword. The suspect had been identified as a 36-year-old who had been driving a vehicle who had driven a vehicle into a house just before the rampage. Dublin in July 2025, a police officer was stabbed multiple times in an unprovoked attack in Dublin city center while on duty. The officer sustained serious injuries in what was described as a random assault. Belfast, June of 2026. A brutal knife attack in Belfast left a man seriously injured. This footage is the one circulating around the internet now of a man sitting atop a man from Sudan, an immigrant from Sudan, sitting on top of a white man in the middle of the street trying to behead him with a knife. Cut out one of his eyes and blinded him in the other. The man is now permanently blind, but is alive. In the UK, you're not allowed to carry a knife. You're not allowed to carry a gun. You're not allowed to carry a knife. Unless you're of a certain religious background who calls it a right in their religion to carry a knife. Some of these aren't knives. Some of these are long enough to be considered swords. But if you're a Sikh in the UK, you're allowed to carry a weapon with you. Look back to the conversation we had last week of the young man who was killed, handcuffed by the cops, told the cops that he'd been stabbed by this man, but because the man said that this boy had been racist toward him, the cops ignored the young man until he bled to death in their custody. Matter of fact, on the video, you can hear the young man says, "I've been stabbed." And the one cop says, "I don't think so, mate." As he's cuffing him and dragging him across the pavement. You see it. You see what's happening, and you know why violence has started to come from the people who've been pushed too far. They thought they could push us forever, that we would continue to retreat, to apologize, to fund our own disposition. They were wrong. From the Rust Belt to the Midlands, from the Appalachian Hills to the English moors, a reckoning is coming. We do not seek violence. We seek restoration. The restoration of borders that mean something. The restoration of law that applies equally, or better yet, prioritizes those who built these nations. The restoration of a culture that honors strength, duty, family, and faith rather than self-loathing. To the white working class of America and Britain, you are not alone. You are not the villains in this story, no matter what and how many times they tell you so. You are the backbone. You are the heritage. You are done apologizing. The line has been drawn, and we will retreat no further. God bless America. God save the King. And may our people reclaim what is rightfully ours. Mark, how do we make people all around this world understand that it's done? It's over. Pushing the American people, pushing the British people, just because of the color of our skin and our faith in God Almighty. We've had enough. Thoughts, Mark?
Is that our...
And that today, Mark,
okay,
is our damn good question.
My gosh,
Sorry.
Sometimes
Sometimes
the
I get
podcast.
I get a little riled up.
Well, white people rock, you know?
Yeah.
And we should be proud of heritage. And the problem is they call so many people white. There was a joke, and they were mentioning about white privilege and the Italians, and somebody looked, the Italians are white now?
Well, it's the same thing about the Irish. Wait, the Irish are white now? When did that happen? Yeah.
And there's a big difference between Ireland and England and France and Norway and Germany. These are all countries, and yet they're all lumped into the white man and everything.
But it is also think about this. If it was done backwards, right? If we now in this day and age, if we shipped a whole bunch of people from Europe, America, if we shipped them to some foreign country and said, "Hey, these people are now part of your country, and they get better benefits than you. They're going to get treated better than you, and you're just going to have to accept it." Would it be accepted? Absolutely not. No. It would be called colonization. It would be the horrible white men. Why? If you want an actual civilization on this planet, that's who's going to bring it to you. It's the only people who have. Name one civilization that's not white that has. I can name one that has actually helped progress this world forward.
Who?
Asians.
Oh, Asians.
Yep. The Japanese and the Chinese have helped propel this world forward. But who else? Well, who else have developed and created things that have stood the test of time? Well, who else have created nations?
It's been a while, been a minute, but the Spaniards did a lot to this.
Yeah, they're European.
And they call them white too.
Yeah. And
now they're all Mexican and everything. Mexicans aren't considered white.
No, they're considered other than white on a job application. Other than white.
And the term brown?
No, they just say
brown is white. Asian, right? I'm confused.
No, that's yellow. They say yellow.
And I'm confused. And then with all this interracial marriage and everything, what race is everybody?
Human. And that's why this stuff needs to stop.
One of the racist things are black people against really dark-skinned black people. Okay?
No, against white-skinned black people.
Well,
you got it backwards.
That too.
They're very.
There's very racism. There are really dark black-skinned black people.
There are,
and they really are racist against them.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. Hey, people are people, and it's got to be meritocracy, not the color of your skin, not your ethnicity. It's meritocracy, and we shouldn't be allowing people in this country to work and everything that's not going to offer us.
There should be nobody allowed in this country until they've been vetted that they're going to be a positive on this country, not a negative, a positive.
That's the hot women.
Yeah. Well, they're always positive.
Yeah, I mean they should get a pass.
Yeah,
Trump should get a pass. He was a beauty pageant director at one time, right?
Yeah,
Didn't he?
He
should know.
Saved He saved Miss USA pageant.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it was going bankrupt, and he stepped in and saved that. He's done a lot of things that he doesn't get any credit for. Um,
Yep.
I heard a black gentleman yesterday talking about how he remembers all the things that Trump did for the people in New York City, the black communities, and all the things, all the awards that he'd gotten, and how everybody now forgets everything that he'd done because
And-
they don't want you to remember.
And you idiots, he's been a Knicks fan for decades.
Decades. He's a New York City guy.
And
He
he used to
loves
be at Knicks
everything New York.
games all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, just shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlike your mayor. How
The Knicks,
how much more violence do
the
you think?
Knicks won. They're up 3-1.
Yeah. How much
They're
more
going to win this thing.
How much more violence do you think there's going to be, Mark, before people start understanding that they've pushed the wrong people too far?
Oh, it's going to end quickly. I think it's going to end quickly.
Why? Because we'll actually arrest these people. Because we'll actually arrest white people, and we'll actually throw them in jail if they even attempt to do anything like what happened during George Floyd.
Yeah, that
Because they know that the media won't cry about it. That nobody will give a damn. Nobody will have fundraisers to get them out of jail.
I don't know if you've been paying attention. I know, but what's going on in the media is interesting. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Lots of things going on.
CNN.
Lots of people.
CNN can have this.
Well,
Looks like CNN's going to have the same boss as CBS here pretty soon.
Yeah, because of what
And-
Paramount, right?
Yeah, and she has said we are done having bias in our news broadcasting. You should never have bias in your news broadcast. Opinion is one thing, but the news should just be the facts, not the facts that you want them to be or skewed the way that you want. And boy, CNN will change quickly. I mean, look what happened with 60 Minutes when she's like, listen, your opinions mean nothing. Oh, you get Scott Pelley throwing a fit and then being
Scott
fired.
Pelley-
And he deserved to be fired.
Scott Pelley is an ass.
Yeah. Most news media people are.
I always liked his voice, though. I did like the way he read and his voice, but he was to read the news, not to have stupid opinions, and not to.
You're
Not
the
to
news
lie.
anchor.
How much did Trump make of that Hillary Clinton lie thing when they? Oh no, it was Kamala. Yeah, what 16 million? I forget. Anyway, this is the thing. We have to go after these people when they lie on both sides, by the way.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but we are
Everybody
definitely-
has to be held to the standard.
Yeah.
Not just one side, everybody.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's no standard.
There's just no reason to absolutely just flat out lie when you're. But we had the Candace Owens and the Tucker Carlsons and the
Tucker Carlson.
and what's her name? Anyway, a lot of them on that side. They are absolutely just lying.
And the funny thing
Lying
is that they
to
were supposedly on this side, but yeah. Oh, how they're spewing the love for Russia right now, I think is absolutely deplorable.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to go
I
to
see a
Russia
lot
and
of
see
peop-
how great Russia is.
I see a lot of.
Yeah, where only 50% of the country even has indoor plumbing and toilets. That's great. That's fantastic.
I don't know.
Please go.
There's
Please
nothing
go.
like going outside to a porta potty, to a what do they call those? Outhouse. Outhouse in the middle of winter of a Russian winter with no toilet paper. By the way, they don't have toilet paper there. Yeah, there's nothing like that.
And nothing like
You
it.
just haven't lived.
That's
You don't know what
That's
life
right.
is.
You don't know what life is. But
No, but Candace Owens is just an absolute liar.
But Mark, how
Lying.
did white people become the punching bag for the rest of the world? Why? Just because we created it all? Because we created it, we maintain it, and we keep it going. That the jealousy that some people can be successful and other people, can't get their head out of their ass.
I don't know.
So come tear down all of real civilization because you want to make it like yours because you don't know how to live civilized. Otherwise, you'd already have a civilization. This is insane.
Yeah, it is, and it's stopping. You can see it.
Yeah,
It's
but
stopping.
I'm afraid, honestly afraid, that there is going to be so much violence in the next couple years
I hope.
to push this back.
I hope.
Because you can't push us forever.
But here's the problem, and this is why there's going to be violence. It has to be. Because you cannot talk to these people. You cannot just sit down and have a normal conversation just about anything. I tell you, I have tried to talk to some of my friends, and it's like, even bring up the most good example, Susan Collins. Jesus, that's your poster child for fascists and
Yeah. The guy with the Nazi tattoo is going up against the woman who is so easily swayed to vote in Democrats' favor.
She's always voting.
But she's the fascist.
She's the problem.
He's got the Nazi tattoo. She's the fascist.
He is such just a bad person.
Oh, he is such a bad person.
And how did he get to where he's at?
Mom and dad?
Or is it he's rich?
Yeah. Mom and dad.
Why?
His oyster farm only supplies one person, and that's his mom's restaurant. His mom and dad bought him a house.
What is his?
We're talking about Graham Plattner, by the way. For those
why does he want to be in it's Senate, isn't it? Not even Congress.
Senate.
It's just a senator from Maine. From Maine, of all places. Why? I mean,
and it
just doesn't make any sense that he even is involved in politics at all, let alone that he's...
Do you know that Maine has, like, the lowest crime rate in all of the United States?
Oh, until he gets to be senator.
No.
Yeah, I know.
And do you know why?
Well, who wants to go to Maine?
Because Maine is still 96% white.
Oh, bunch of white people. They're racist up there.
High trust.
Well, that's
society.
why.
That is why Maine.
Good Nazi fascist man is going to win.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Well, you know what? I have no problem voting for him. I think we should have him in the Senate. That'd be kind of fun.
No.
I think I disagree.
No.
Yeah, but
it'd be real fun to watch.
Yeah, there's
like having a Muslim run New York City.
There's a number of races that are going to be interesting.
Sidebar, by the way, speaking of cities and things going crazy, I am going to really enjoy watching the fight on the left as the people who have taken over Dearborn, Michigan, the Muslims, are refusing to let the state or the federal government fly any pride flags or have any pride celebration in the city of Dearborn because they say it is against their laws of Sharia law to celebrate pride. So therefore it will not be happening. So now you're having this whole city telling us that their Muslim law supersedes the law of the United States.
Yeah, when these two people crash, it's going to be fun to watch.
This is going to be interesting.
The deranged lunatics. Good for the Muslims, by the way.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. Good for the Muslims.
Strange bedfellows.
No.
Strange bedfellows.
I just hope I hope it's mutual assured destruction and then both sides just kill each other off, and then we can swoop in and reclaim one of our great cities and restore it to the way it should be.
Dearborn, Michigan?
Once upon a time.
Yeah, it was.
Once upon a time.
Joel,
and it wasn't that long ago either, Mark.
No.
It was in my lifetime that Dearborn was a jewel in Michigan.
It doesn't take that long, does it?
No, it doesn't, because I'm only 29.
There is no reason that Islam exists, and we need to, as Christians, bring everybody to Jesus. This is not by violence, but they just need to stop their evil, disgusting, satanic religion. They are horrible people. Yes, every one of you. Not this crap that the Ben Shapiros and all the people, Tim Cass and all, there are good people, Muslim people. No, they're incorrect Muslim people. They are disillusioned. They are wrong. They need to stop it. They are horrible. They're a horrible religion, and that's the problem. Look at what Islam is doing to this world. You know,
just
Iran is run by the Islamic law. That's only, I think, I could be wrong, but I think there's only a third of the population in Iran is actually
Yep.
Islamic.
Yep.
Yeah. And the other 2/3, because they gave up their gun, this is what happens.
This is
Do
what
not
happens.
give up your guns. And you know what? 42,000 of you were shot in like one weekend.
Hanged and shot. Yep.
And you know what? And that's what
By your own government,
and that's
because
what you
weren't
get.
loyal enough.
And that's what you get for giving up your guns and weapons.
That is correct.
They're never. People say that they're going to take away our guns and weapons. They will never do that.
I will tell you this. So the Second Amendment, people try to say it all the time. The Second Amendment was never intended for you to have a tank or for you to have a nuclear weapon. Yes, it was.
It was, yeah.
Matter of fact, the U.S. government used to pay people with their own ships to fight in naval battles because you could have your own cannons and you could have your own ship armed with cannons to fight. And the U.S. government paid people to do it. They paid people to use their cannons because people had cannons at their homes.
Yeah.
Used people to use their guns. Don't tell me the Second Amendment didn't cover it, because it did.
Yep.
They knew exactly what they needed, and that's why they put it there.
And I'm looking, by the way, to buy a nuclear weapon. If anybody knows, has a number or anything, please put it in the comments.
Oh, don't worry. Somebody will be contacting you shortly.
How hard is it to make a nuclear weapon? Isn't there a YouTube video that shows you how?
I'm sure there's several. I'm sure there's several.
But you know what? I do want a tank. I really do want a tank.
Matter of fact, there was one on Facebook Marketplace around here that was
people
110 or 120,000. You could buy the tank.
That would be a nice.
Did you see that?
No, but I think I've seen other things. But that would be kind of fun to have a tank, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Magnus really wanted it, seeing as he's a tank mechanic, in the Army.
And that's right. We are just positioned well to having our own tank.
That's right.
Yep. Then we are not that far from Dearborn, Michigan. I'm just pointing out two coincidences. That's
right.
They have nothing to do with each other.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We've all seen the video of what a tank can do to a person without ever firing a shot. Tiananmen Square.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have driven a tank.
Yeah.
Yes, when I was in basic, and we were in tanks and we were going by, and a couple of us were able to actually get in the driver's seat and drive. And I went over and drove over a tree this big. I know, not that big, but you couldn't even tell. There was no bump.
Yeah.
It just flattened that tree out.
Yeah.
It was cool. Best thing I've ever done. That was cool.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. Let's okay. I'm gonna put a note about that.
Hey,
okay,
but
go on.
before we go on, we want to thank our sponsor for today's show, our good friends at Towhead Plumbing.
Got plumbing problems? Look no further than Towhead Plumbing, your local plumbing experts. Need a new faucet installed or an old one repaired? We've got you covered. Is your toilet giving you trouble? We specialize in toilet installation, replacement, and repairs. Thinking about a new garbage disposal or replacing the old one? Call us. Need a new dishwasher? We handle dishwasher installations and replacements with ease. And don't forget those outdoor hose bibs. We repair them too. For fast, reliable service, call Towhead Plumbing today at 704-813-5653. Your home deserves the best, and so do you.
Hey, and welcome back. Today is weird, but
Today's a weird.
hey, we want to thank
weird
all of our
stuff.
friends at Towhead Plumbing, and hey, we got a good news story.
Do we?
We do.
There is good news.
There is good news. The U.S. won its opening round of matches for the World Cup,
Yeah, really.
4-1 over Paraguay.
Now, where was that? What city?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's soccer. I don't care. But I just thought it was good news. So much so that my buddy Mick over in England sent me a couple different things about the U.S. winning and them going crazy over there in England. So, hey, we're all brothers, right? So, thanks, Mick. I appreciate it.
Does the U.S. really have any chance at all in the World Cup?
Well, there's slim and none.
Okay.
So
They're in between that.
they're somewhere in between those two chances. Slim and none.
I remember when we, 2 times, when we won the hockey, Olympic hockey,
Olympic hockey. Mhm.
especially the one back a few decades ago.
In the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, back in the 80s. Amazing.
The Miracle on Ice against the
Because-
powerhouse Russian team.
Yeah, because now this one.
Miracles can happen, folks.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
And just think, Canada, if you were part of the U.S., you'd have
You
been
would have
on
won
2
2
gold-winning
yeah,
hockey teams.
Yeah. You would have won the gold medal this year. So you already did the good news. No, you didn't.
That just was the good news.
That's the good news?
That's the good news.
Soccer. It's
Soccer.
good news. You can't do any better than that. Nothing about Taylor or his wedding or
She was inducted, by the way, this
songwriters,
week
yeah.
into the Songwriters Hall
Well,
of Fame.
we are never, ever getting back together again.
No, we're not. Taylor, stop calling.
You know, I hope she goes back to country. I really do. I hope she goes back to country. I really do. Yeah. Yeah.
We got Ellen Langley now. Who cares?
Well, you know, she's gonna get married, pump out a couple kids,
I hope so. I really do.
and then they're gonna spend a lot of their money on helping people. Hopefully,
He's going to spend a lot of her money.
yeah. Well, he's got some money too.
Not that kind.
No, not her kind.
Not her kind.
But
Did you guys ever get invited?
to the wedding,
Yeah.
of
Did
course.
you go?
It hasn't happened yet. I mean, did
Oh,
you go?
right. Yeah, you're right.
We
Yes,
keep it
yes,
under
sorry.
wrap because of security problems and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, keep it under wraps.
The-
You
when
want
the-
to this part out?
We can't even let people know when the plane's going to stop here to pick us up. Can we?
Travis and I, both from Cleveland boys, we're like that.
Taylor and I both played in Nashville together. We're like that.
They played in different bars together.
Yep.
Mm.
Travis and I went to different high schools together.
I see.
You know, speaking of that, and of course I was in Cleveland for a long time, but you know, when I was young, like 5, 6 years old, Michael Jackson and I did go to different schools together in Gary, Indiana. We were both in Gary, Indiana at the time.
And now?
We were in the white
Nobody's
people. We were in the
in Gary,
white people
Indiana.
section, and they were in the black people section of the town.
Yeah.
But same school system.
Same schools.
Same school. I don't know. I just remember when I was growing up. I just remember this little kid, black kid, cute as could be and everything, coming up to the swing set. And I just yelled at him and I said, "Beat it!"
Beat it. I knew it was coming.
I'm just telling you what happened.
You know, Mark. You know, like we said in Nashville, a word for a third.
Yep.
You
I
should
never
got
got
some
any-
royalties.
I never got anything. You know
Well-
who else never got anything off that song?
Who?
Eddie Van Halen.
Oh yeah,
He
who
made
played
that
guitar.
song. He
Yeah,
made that
played
song.
the-
In fact,
played
never
the
got
guitar.
credit too.
Oh, he didn't want credit.
Well, the whole story. The whole
yeah,
story.
the whole story. Yeah,
The story's kind of cool.
yeah.
And,
The record companies said
They didn't
he
want
couldn't-
Van
he couldn't
Halen,
have.
so he goes
Yeah,
on
he
there.
couldn't have his name on
It
it.
did a little bit of rearranging too on it, but
Yeah.
I tell you, that's a good song. It's
Yeah.
a good song, and what a good guitar part. You know?
Yeah, pretty all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. But hey, we want to thank everybody for joining
Okay.
us this week. We hope that you have an amazing week and a blessed day. God bless you all. And until next time, see you.
See ya.